In 2008, a revolutionary idea was born: Bitcoin, first decentralized digital currency. But what makes Bitcoin truly fascinating isn't just its impact on the world of finance. It's the mystery behind its creator. Who is Satoshi Nakamoto?
64-year-old Dorian Satoshi Nakamoto emerged from his Southern California home Thursday.
I was the main part of it. Other people helped me.
Clear my name that I have nothing to do with Bitcoin.
Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer digital currency that operates without the need for a central authority. It was introduced in a white paper titled Bitcoin. But here's the twist. No one knows who wrote this paper. The name at the bottom? Satoshi Nakamoto. And that's all we have, just a name. Satoshi Nakamoto could be a person, or a group of people. They communicated through emails and online forums, but completely disappeared in 2010. Since then, many theories have emerged. Hal Finney was not just an early Bitcoin adopter, he was a legend in cryptography. Known for his work on pretty good privacy (PGP) encryption, Hal had the skills and the vision to create Bitcoin. When Bitcoin launched in 2009, Hal was the first to receive a Bitcoin transaction from Satoshi Nakamoto. He also corresponded with Satoshi, helping test the software in its earliest stages. This raises an intriguing question. Was Hal actually testing his own creation? Here's where things get interesting. Hal lived in Temple City, California, the same town as a man named Dorian Nakamoto, whose last name matches the pseudonym. This sparked a theory that Hal might have used Dorian's name for anonymity. But Hal denied these claims, calling the theory a crazy coincidence.
When Satoshi announced the first release of the software, I grabbed it right away. I think I was the first person besides Satoshi to run Bitcoin. I mined block 70-something, and I was the recipient of the first Bitcoin transaction when Satoshi sent 10 coins to me as a test. I carried on an email conversation with Satoshi over the next few days, mostly me reporting bugs and him fixing them. Today, Satoshi's true identity has become a mystery. But at the time, I thought I was dealing with a young man of Japanese ancestry who was very smart and sincere. I've had the good fortune to know many brilliant people over the course of my life, so I recognize the signs.
Even when battling amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS, Hal remained an advocate for Bitcoin, solidifying his legacy as a key figure in the cryptocurrency's history. Could Hal Finney have been the humble genius behind the pseudonym? Or was he simply one of Satoshi's closest collaborators? One of the most controversial episodes in the search for Bitcoin's mysterious creator, Satoshi Nakamoto, occurred in 2014 when Newsweek claimed to have found him. The article pointed to a Japanese-American man named Dorian Prentice Satoshi Nakamoto, living a modest life in Temple City, California. Newsweek based their claim on several pieces of circumstantial evidence. Dorian had a background in engineering and had worked on classified projects for the US government. Most notably, his given name matched the pseudonym Satoshi Nakamoto. They also cited a quote during an interview where Dorian allegedly said, "I am no longer involved in that," as a reference to Bitcoin. However, what followed was a whirlwind of denials and clarifications. Dorian Nakamoto immediately stated that the quote had been misinterpreted. He claimed he thought the reporter was referring to his past work in engineering, not cryptocurrency. He firmly denied any involvement in Bitcoin, saying, "I am not Satoshi Nakamoto. My ability to write software code is very limited." The situation took a bizarre turn as journalists and crypto enthusiasts descended upon his quiet neighborhood. Dorian, a private individual, suddenly found himself thrust into the global spotlight. Camera crews followed him relentlessly, and he was even chased by reporters while driving. The crypto community, largely sympathetic to Dorian, rallied to support him. A fundraiser was organized, resulting in a substantial amount of Bitcoin donated to help him deal with the media storm and its aftermath. In a public statement, Dorian thanked the community but reiterated he had no connection to Bitcoin's creation. To this day, Dorian Nakamoto remains adamant. He is not the Satoshi Nakamoto behind Bitcoin. His story serves as a reminder of the human side of this mystery, real people caught in the crosshairs of one of the tech world's greatest enigmas.
Works the same everywhere in Ethereum. They work the same everywhere in Albania, Zimbabwe, Argentina, the United States, China, all over the world. They work the same way with the same set of rules.
Nick Szabo is a computer scientist, legal scholar, and the mind behind BitGold, a precursor to Bitcoin. BitGold was a digital currency concept proposed in the early 2000s, featuring many of the same principles as Bitcoin, like decentralization and proof-of-work systems. Linguistic experts have analyzed Satoshi's writings and found striking similarities with Nick Szabo's style. In fact, an anonymous researcher claimed that Szabo's writing patterns match Satoshi's more closely than any other candidate. But here's the twist. Nick Szabo has consistently denied being Satoshi Nakamoto. Some speculate that his denials are part of an elaborate effort to maintain anonymity. Others believe Nick might have worked alongside others, contributing his BitGold expertise to create Bitcoin. Could Satoshi Nakamoto be a pseudonym for a team of experts rather than a single individual? The idea has merit. Bitcoin's creation required expertise in cryptography, programming, economics, and even game theory. Developing such a complex system might have been beyond the scope of one person working alone. Supporters of this theory point to organizations like Cypherpunks, a group of cryptographers dedicated to privacy and digital freedom. Many members of this movement, including Hal Finney and Nick Szabo, had been working on digital money concepts for years. It's possible that Satoshi Nakamoto was a collaborative identity used by this community. There's also speculation that governments or tech companies might have had a hand in Bitcoin's creation. Some theorists suggest that Bitcoin could have been a project funded by intelligence agencies or major corporations to test decentralized technology. While there's no concrete proof, the possibility of a group effort adds another layer to the mystery. After all, Bitcoin's white paper and initial codebase are remarkably polished, perhaps too polished for one person working in isolation. One of the most polarizing figures in the debate over Bitcoin's creator is Craig Wright, an Australian computer scientist and entrepreneur. Wright is one of the few individuals who has publicly claimed to be Satoshi Nakamoto, the mysterious figure behind Bitcoin.
Some people will believe, some people won't. And to tell you the truth, I don't really care.
But you can say, hand on heart to me, I am Satoshi Nakamoto.
I was the main part of it. Other people helped me.
But his story is filled with controversy and skepticism. Wright presented cryptographic signatures, claiming they linked him to the original Bitcoin keys used by Satoshi Nakamoto. To some, it was groundbreaking. To others, it was suspiciously incomplete. His evidence was supposed to be definitive, but it didn't hold up under scrutiny. Many in the crypto community immediately pointed out inconsistencies. Almost immediately, Wright's claim faced a wave of criticism. Experts accused him of providing recycled evidence, while others questioned his motives. After years, Craig Wright finally admitted he is not Satoshi Nakamoto after a UK court order. On July 16, 2024, Wright updated his website to include an admission that he is not the inventor of Bitcoin and is not Satoshi Nakamoto. This admission came after a UK court ruled earlier in the year that Wright had lied extensively and repeatedly and had forged documents in his attempt to convince the world that he was the inventor of Bitcoin. He has been given a 1-year prison sentence by a UK judge after being found in contempt of court. The sentence is suspended for 2 years, meaning that Wright will only face prison if he reoffends during that period. The anonymity of Satoshi Nakamoto adds to Bitcoin's mystique. By remaining hidden, Satoshi ensures that Bitcoin's decentralized philosophy isn't compromised. If Satoshi's identity were revealed, it could potentially disrupt the cryptocurrency's ecosystem. Will we ever uncover the truth about Satoshi Nakamoto? Or is their anonymity the very key to Bitcoin's success? The mystery continues, leaving us to wonder about the mind, or minds, behind this revolutionary invention.